Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome back for another Division 2 build video. Well guys, I wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope you guys are like enjoying your moment and just staying safe at the same time. So yeah, today I was actually thinking that which build should I do. Then I realized that I have few builds already thought up, for the entire month. But just let's just start with this one. So it's kind of fun to run build. Yes, is again one of those fun to run builds. With this build, you're not only going to do damage, but also going to support your team in a way. And also, you have quite a lot of survivability. Now, this build is pretty much interchangeable, if I should say. And I'll get to that in a moment. Why did I say by that? Usually what happens when you go for like full DPS, you go for like full DPS. Doesn't matter if you have in like good armor DPS build or like all red builds. You're focusing on DPS and you're not really supporting your teammate. I mean, yeah, you are kind of supporting. If you kill everybody, there's nobody to kill, so you're kind of supporting them. But yeah, I mean, you're not really supporting them in terms of giving them extra armor or any type of like weapon damage buff or something like that. You're not really supporting. You're basically DPS. And if you're going for support, you're not really DPSing much. So what if we can combine both of them just by swapping few talents here and there? So that's basically what I did in this build. And just enough talk. Let's just show you the build here. All right, this is my build. As you can see over here, I'm using the gunner specialization again for the armor on kill, and it's a pretty solid specialization overall. Now, if you want, you can actually use the survivalist specialization, since we're going for like a bit of team support. This is a team build, by the way. I mean, it's not like you can't run it solo. Solo is pretty fun to run. I always try, running builds on Lincoln Memorial by myself solo to see how it performs, and it's always like really good to use any builds basically on that mission, because NPCs are kind of like in one place, so you can just if you have any type of like short range weapon build, you can test out on that missions. It's really good. Plus you get 4 bosses there, so you can find some good loot as well. But yeah, basically this build is a team build, and you can see in the build that I have damage, and also I do have survivability and also a little bit of team support. So I'm going for the Scorpio shotgun because why not? It's just literally the best weapon that is in the game right now. Like, this is the best thing has ever happened. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. This is the best thing they ever did. The devs, they ever like introduced anything that's in the game that is better than literally anything. This is the weapon, so you gotta use this. Now the secondary, I have the 612 shotgun with vindictive talent. Is because, like I said, it's a team support build, and I do have a little bit of status effect on my build. So if I get a status effect kill, I will give extra 15% crit chance and crit damage to not only myself but also my allies as well. So that's really sweet to have. Now you can see I have 3-piece Badger Tough. Now 3-piece Badger Tough because I get that shotgun damage, extra total armor 5%, and also 10% armor on kill. I do have 20% armor on kill on this build right now because of the gunner specialization giving me 10. If you want, you can increase the armor on kill by using some other pieces. I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, this is what I have: my mask, armor, crit chance, crit damage, and crit damage mod. For the chest piece, I am going for the intimidate talent, with also you can see armor, crit chance, crit damage, and crit chance mod. And the holster. The holster is the ammo dump. It's a named Badger Tough holster. You can craft this in your crafting bench if you don't know. You can craft this. The reason why I'm using this and not just normal Badger Tough holster is because that 10% ammo capacity. I mean, it's nice. I have a decent piece here, so why not just use it? Plus, shotgun has lower ammo capacity, so this will kind of give me a little bit. So now, for my backpack, I went for the 1 piece of Bellstone for that 1% armor regen. It's not really necessary to have that 1 piece armor regen, 1% armor regen, because I mean, you're not really going to feel that much, but it's a passive armor regen nonetheless, so it's nice to have. But alternately, I would suggest you to run, let's say, a Sheshka backpack if you're losing crit chance, because it's a shotgun build, so you may lose a little bit of crit chance here and there. So you can go for a Sheshka, or you can use like a Gilligard. You can also use 2 pieces of Bellstone to get that additional 10% armor on kill. You can use like a gloves of Bellstone or knee pads. So yeah, I have the galvanized talent here, as you can see, and now this is what's supporting my team, because every time I apply blind, ensnare, confuse, or shock, I will be giving my teammates 40% bonus armor. Now this also works for you, and there is basically no cooldown. Every 10 seconds you will be giving them 40% of armor. There will be a lot of situation you'll see that because of your armor your teammates kind of surviving. I've been in those situations where my teammates were like going to die, but because I proc the galvanize, they kind of survive. And plus you have 1.5 million armor, so 40% of that, it's a lot. Like I can't do the maths right now, but it's a lot of armor. So yeah, now for the gloves, I went for a Grupo because of that 15% crit, because overall this is a crit build. We do have max crit chance and a lot of crit damage, so Grupo is there. Now if you don't want, this is actually a situational, if you don't want extra crit damage, you can use, let's say, a Death Grips. If you have, it's a Dark Zone exclusive, you get that extra 10% armor on kill, or you can use the second piece of Bellstone Armory piece to get that 10% armor on kill. Like that, you can use it. It's totally up to you, but I went for the crit route to get a little bit of more crit damage for myself. Now for the knee pads, I couldn't figure out what should I use, so I went for the Fox's Prayer because it has multiplicative damage. Now you could use, let's say, a Ninja Bike because, you know, whenever you vault over cover or you make a cover to cover move, you grant yourself 25% bonus armor, which will also proc Intimidate, and it will like reload your weapon automatically. Your shotgun, it will be reloaded. So that's actually a really nice alternative choice you can do. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. You can like run whatever you want. Now I went for the Banshee Pulse here instead of a Hive, because with this build I have yet to go down. So that's why I went for the Banshee Pulse, because usually when my Galvanize is working, because of my shotgun, you know, the shotgun giving me that confuse, you know, the disorient, so that is a status effect, and it's applying Galvanize for like procking for me and also for my teammates. So when Galvanize is active, I'm getting Intimidate active, so I can do multiplicative damage 35% from Intimidate, and my teammate is getting that extra bonus armor. So that's how pretty much playing it. And if you want to use a ninja, you can do that. That will also gonna give that bonus armor to proc your Intimidate, but I feel like this way it's pretty fun to actually kind of use it. And I use Banshee Pulse when I'm like going in the combat, like we're like out of the combat going to the room, I just proc the Banshee. That actually procs my Galvanize and also gives me the Intimidate, so I just keep killing like that. And when my pulse, like Banshee Pulse, is on cooldown, I just fire my weapon basically, because I will fire my weapon, I will get that status effect on them, and that will proc the Galvanize. So Galvanize is always active, like every 10 seconds you're gonna proc it. But if in some situation you can't proc Galvanize, that's why I have the Banshee Pulse to like quickly pop the Banshee Pulse for the Galvanize talent to be active, and then I can use Intimidate for that extra damage. So that's how I'm pretty much playing this build. It's pretty fun to run, like I said, you know, it's a really nice DPS build. So I'm using Galvanize bonus armor to proc my Intimidate, so I can do the damage. For basically, what you're going to do if you use Intimidate, you're going to use Adrenaline Rush or like Bloodsucker or something like that, or maybe even Memento Backpack. So what I'm doing is I'm using Galvanize to give myself bonus armor. To proc Intimidate, that will be allowing me to do a lot of damage. Plus Galvanize is also working for my teammates, so they're getting that bonus armor, so I'm kind of supporting them at the same time I'm doing damage. So that's basically what I'm trying to do with this build. And if I show you my crit key, as you can see, I have 58% crit chance, 152% crit damage, which is pretty good for a shotgun build to achieve a crit chance like 58 without having Sheshka. Although I am using crit chance mod, and my pieces are not really maxed out like crit chance here, so if it was, I could have easily swap a crit chance mod and add more crit damage, so that way I'll have like close to 170% crit damage. So yeah, otherwise it's pretty fun to use this build, and especially group, because it's a group build, it's a team build, so you run it in a team and just surprise your teammate with that constant bonus armor all the time. So yeah, that's basically it for the build. Try it out, let me know how you feel about it, and I hope you guys having a really nice new year, and just staying safe. Like I said, you know, staying safe is always important, you know. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.